Whenever the evil forces began to rule the world and Dharma started to decline, Vishnu, the great preserver, descended on the earth in different forms to rescue mankind from evil and to re-establish Dharma. Vishnu is said to have taken 10 prime incarnations, known as the Dashavatars. Some of these forms are cosmic in nature, while some are based on historical events. Says Durvasa was an incarnation of Lord Shiva and is usually considered as an irascible sage. Once the sage was walking down the road when he saw the king of the demigods, Indra, on the back of his elephant Airavat. He smiled and taking a garland of marigolds from around his own neck, offered it to the king. Indra, who was too proud of his wealth and power, took the garland and without respect for the sage, placed it on the trunk of his elephant. Airavat immediately dashed the garland to the ground. This action of Indra outraged Durvasa and he cursed Indra.
Because of your arrogance you will lose all of your opulence.
Meanwhile, Shukracharya, the guru of the Asuras, with his severe penance, obtained the Mrit Sanjeevani mantra from Lord Shiva. This mantra had the power to revive even the dead. Shortly afterwards, the demons launched a powerful attack on heaven. Because of the curse, the demigods suffered heavy casualties. They feared total defeat at the hands of Asuras. In desperation, the demigods went to Brahma and Brahma advised them to go to Lord Vishnu for help. They prayed to the Lord and received the following message.
My dear demigods, the demons have become too powerful for you. You must make a truce with them and offer to work together in order to obtain the nectar of immortality.
Vishnu then explained his plan of action. Following this advice, Indra approached the king of the demons, Bali. Seeing Indra unarmed and helpless, Asuras ran towards him, but Bali stopped them. Bali received Indra and other devatas with respect. Indra told Bali about their mission of arrival and requested them to forget their fight and work together to achieve the task. Bali was interested and agreed to help. The demons thought, once we have helped produce the nectar, we demons can easily steal it from the weakened demigods. Lord Vishnu brought mountain Mandaranchal to the ocean with the help of Garuda. The demigods and the Asuras together requested the giant serpent Vasuki to serve as a rope for turning the rod. Vasuki reluctantly agreed. Curling him around the mountain, they began the manthan. First the demigods pulled and the mountain turned one way, then the demons pulled and the mountain turned the other. After spinning only 3 or 4 times, the mountain sank deep into the mud at the bottom of the ocean. It needed a pivot on which to rest. Both parties were frustrated and annoyed. As they pondered the problem, Lord Vishnu took the form of a gigantic turtle, the Kurma avatar, and lifted the golden mountain on his back. The demigods and the demons resumed their churning. This time the mountain turned smoothly on top of the turtle. At this point, Indra tricked Asuras by asking them to stay on the tail side of Vasuki serpent while churning the ocean. But Asuras suspected foul play in this and they themselves chose to be on the head side and told Devatas to hold the tail side. Soon Asuras learned that they had been deceived by Indra as the poison coming from Vasuki's mouth was weakening them. At first, the churning produced a deadly black poison which floated over the waves, threatening to end the entire universe. The demigods were highly alarmed. They went to seek the help of Lord Shiva, who was sitting in meditation in the Himalayas. He agreed to help. Shiva collected the poison in the palm of his hands. As he drank it, a few drops split and were drank by scorpions, snakes and other poisonous creatures. The poison turned Lord Shiva's neck blue and since then he has been known as Nilkant. According to some texts, at this point of time Shiva turned a bit unconscious and then Devi Parvati took the incarnation of Goddess Tara to help Shiva counter the effect of the poison. For the complete story of Goddess Tara, do click on the card above or the link in the description box. The demigods and the demons continued to pull on the huge snake churning the milky waters. Out of the ocean rose magical animals, sparkling gems, fragrant flowers and medicinal herbs. At last Lord Dhanvantari emerged from the waves. Dressed in yellow garments and decorated with red, green and blue gems, he carried a golden pot filled to the brim with nectar. The demons immediately snatched the pot and ran off. They began to argue amongst themselves on who should drink it first. The demigods were disappointed and prayed to Lord Vishnu for help. The Lord assumed the form of Mohini, an exquisitely beautiful woman. She had a darkish complexion, was dressed in a crimson sari and wore golden bangles. Her eyes moved restlessly, glancing over the demons. The Asurs were enamored by her feminine movements. Handing over the jug of nectar, they asked her to settle their dispute. Mohini then seated them in a row and asked the demigods to do the same, some distance away. Sweetly addressing the demons, she said,
"The demigods are very greedy to taste the nectar, so let me just give them a little. You are all great heroes because you are very patient. I know you won't mind waiting a little longer."
The demons were flattened and didn't dare say a word. They remained silent as Mohini served the nectar to their enemies, not just a little, but every last drop. But one of the Asur was watching this and thought that something was fishy. He had quietly sneaked into the rows of Devatas and received his share of nectar. But before he could gulp it down, Devatas identified him, and Lord Vishnu, in the form of Mohini, threw his Sudarshan Chakra and killed him. Mohini then turned back herself into her original form of Vishnu. The demons' jaws dropped open. They had been tricked. The demigods now were free from the miseries of old age, disease, and death. Thus the curse of the irascible sage Durvasa was lifted. Thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe my channel and stay tuned for the upcoming videos on the other incarnations of Lord Vishnu.